Good morning, Dr. Datz, and thank you so much for joining me. We have Dr. Datz here, who was our 2020 Comp Laude Medical Professional of the Year. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Good morning, Kristen. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
Doing fantastic. It's beautiful here in sunny Hattiesburg today.
Nice. Yeah. So I am in Southern California, so we're across the country today, but joining us and having some fun. I know it's been a couple months since your win with Comp Laude, but tell us a little bit about yourself before we get going.
I am a pain psychologist, a clinical psychologist with a health psychologist specialty. I do a lot of medical psychology. I treat patients with injuries as well as people just with general mental health problems such as depression, trauma, and anxiety.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your win this year. The 2020 Comp Laude Award. How does it feel?
Thanks. It feels fantastic. Honestly, I really did not think I would win. It's such a large group of esteemed people, and I had been nominated once before, and I was honored for the nomination and really would have just kept it at that. So it is just really a joy. People say that, but to me it means that people are recognizing and seeing and hearing my message, which makes me very happy.
Awesome. That's amazing. Well, speaking of nomination, what does it mean to you to have been nominated and then a finalist? Because you did say you were nominated to go to the finalist. How did that feel?
Well, it's a pretty exciting process. There's a lot of build-up and discussion online and social media, and I have to say, as a participant, that really builds a lot of the anticipation. And I was just overjoyed, to hear that I was a finalist and then to win. It was during the pandemic, of course, and we were doing telehealth and all sorts of things all over the United States. We have a pretty far reach, even though we're based here in Mississippi. And people were reaching out to me and texting me and sending me messages online. And it was just a really fun highlight during the pandemic for sure.
And so I know we pre-recorded the you're winning, but what was your reaction when you found out you really won?
I was in my office and I, was like, yeah, and I told all my staff and they were like, we knew you would get it. And I was like, no way. And so it was just, it's a team effort here, like so many of us. I represent the work of, my entire company and the front desk staff and the clinicians and all the people behind me help me do what I do. So it really felt like a group win, I would say.
Nice. Well, that's so kind of you to talk, that your team, even though you were nominated and that. So that's awesome. Probably part of the reason why you won. What does it mean to you to win? I know you kind of talked about it, but what does it really mean to you?
Well, I've been doing mental health and medicine for, a while now. And, mental health was not always recognized in the field of workers' compensation. And to me, like I said, it means that people are listening and respecting that message and valuing injured workers' mental health.
Right, which is very important, especially after the pandemic kicked off, right? That's a big thing.
Absolutely. We're seeing unprecedented instances of things like depression and anxiety and loneliness and work loss, family strain, and all of those things translate into mental health struggles for some people.
Well, with that, and what is your plan to continue being a positive influence person in the industry after your win? What are you planning to do?
Well, I really feel like I'm just getting started. There's so much more that I want to do. I would love to partner with employers and carriers to really get out the message about early intervention before symptoms crystallize, and just education about mental health in general to kind of demystify it and publicize that it's a treatable condition and that people can and do get better. And I guess also as a pain psychologist, I see so many opportunities in the world of chronic pain. Pain psychology really can help people recover and rehabilitate a lot sooner. And, my thought is that we want to have less suffering.
That's right. That's great. And, hopefully we'll get to continue that on and share the message and, get everybody to kind of understand. Would you like to thank anyone?
Yes, actually several people, if I may. Mark Pugh of Preferred Medical, who nominated me, Kimberly George of Sedgwick, who was one of my recommenders and is just a outstanding colleague. Rafael Gonzalez, who's been a mentor to me on several occasions, of Caddy and Gonzalez, of course, and Jim Anderson of Anderson, Crawley, and Burke. He's here with me in Mississippi and has supported me many times, and we've worked on many cases together and has just been a very positive influence.
Nice. Well, I'm trying to think. I'm going through the archive in my head right now because I think they're all Comp Laude winners. So now you're, all Comp Laude winners. So that's amazing. But I'm trying to think of all, the past year. So that's awesome. And, thank you to them for nominating you. Thank you, Mark Pugh. I mean, he was a Summa Comp Laude a few years back. So yeah, that's awesome. And so before we close out, this is the opportunity for you to really leave a message with the industry, or you hope that they take away from it. And for the injured workers, the Comp Laude mission and vision, what is the message you'd like to leave?
Well, I often talk with audiences and other providers and patients about the fact that mental health is physical health, that the mind and the body cannot be separated, and that a well mind is a well body, and vice versa. And that doesn't mean that we're without limitations or challenges. It just means that we're actively working to try to have the best physical body and mental state that we can. And so my message is for the workers' compensation industry to value mental health the way they do physical health, and to support that, and to know that there are solutions there. And that's a lot of the work that I do.
Well, that's a really good message. And, I do hope everybody does take the opportunity to listen to this, to get to know you a little bit more, and how we can, it's all about the injured workers and employers, of course, but injured workers and us taking the time to hear them, help them, guide them. Because again, we're in this industry every day, and we still need, we're still understanding it, especially that there's 50 different states. So somebody that this isn't their profession, trying to help them and guide them, and also their mental health in it. So, thank you so much again. Right. Congratulations. I'm so excited. I hope to, say congratulations in person this year. Would love to, and get to hear more, what happens in the next year with what you accomplished and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are so many exciting new starts with telehealth, and, we treat individuals in several states, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi, but really the landscape has completely opened with the pandemic, which has just been wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You too, Kristen. Great talking with you.